Disaster has struck, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute disaster. The piece of paper that was on the front has given up with the sellotape. See, it's obviously a marker's letter. A 4 or a 6 or whichever it is, but the tape really ain't going to stick back on there, I don't think. Unless that is... Let me get you in a little bit. Right, so we've got like a letter 4 there, but there's also a bit across here as well. That must be a Chinese name, that or something, I don't know. If I can see it better. There we can see it. That's the marking of the person who's made this, inspected this, I don't know. But I think, for history's sake, I'm going to keep hold of it. All of it. But I don't know how. I don't know whether to stick some sticky stuff back on the back of the sellotape or not. Or whether or not just to throw it in the bin and polish this beyond anything now. Because you can see there's a cross, then it turns to the right, comes back down, and then comes on a what we call a figure 4 or a 9. And if anybody knows what that letter is, or name, whether or not the O next to it means anything, or if it's just a screw that's been on top of it, I don't know. There's loads of different bits on this that, yes, it's been 40 odd years ago. It's not as old as I am, but it's still old enough. But it's still holding in there. It's still quite solid, the plastics. I'm quite impressed with it. And I'm also deadly impressed that it's actually still working. I just hope that I'm impressed enough to figure out where all these screws go. But that's fine, I can just watch my own video backwards. That's why I do these videos. To figure out how I've done them to start with. Yeah, okay. There's not much cleaning involved in this. I'm not going to stick this in the sink. It's actually not bad. I think it's been stuck in a cupboard somewhere, in a loft somewhere, but protected. There's a couple of little, there's a sticky part there. I can take that off. Little bits down here where I can now clean off. I think I'm going to isopropyl this. The insides don't look bad at all. There's a bit that needs wiping, but yeah, I'm gonna wipe it. I'm not gonna clean it. I'm not gonna stick it in the sink. I think it's worth more than that to abuse by sticking it in the sink with a load of soapy water. I don't think it'll help. The condition it's in, it's actually really good condition. See, what gets me as well, I've never seen this on the side as well. Channel selector, A and B. Now, where did we have? This will have been on top. A and B will have been underneath here somewhere. Perhaps. Try and be a bit careful. Actually, there's one thing before this channel selector thing is there's actually 2 holes here. These won't have been for air ventilation either. So one angle you can see them, one angle you can't. It's almost like they thought they were going to put stereo speakers on the top of it. Because there are bits on here you could possibly screw some sort of plan. There'd be like a screw holes to it. These circle parts there. I don't know. They must have been heat vents, have to have been heat vents, but why at the sides? When the processor's in the middle behind a block of aluminium. Yeah, the design part of this lot is just, I don't know. I just don't get it. And the voltage regulator's fine. I'm going to take that off and should I redo the paste? It's actually still liquid. Look at that. Huh. How the hell is this still like this? Well, it's going to get cleaned anyway. I'll leave it on, but it's going to be pasted up and whatever. Right. So that would have been that way around. Where is the channel selector? Must have been for a different system, because that goes in there, round about there-ish. So either that switch, that's a switch part. There's a switch missing for the UK version. Okay. So you tune into this and you're done, but you haven't got the channel selector on there. Right, but they just go off on the board to pastures wherever, because that one's the ground. That one is probably that channel which hasn't got. This will have been the mod between an NTSC and a PAL version to change the version, because that's a PAL modulator. Yeah, this is really remarkably good. For what it is, this is remarkably good. And I don't want to do anything. I was going to suggest that I could take these excuse me, pins down to make it more flush, but there's a blob of solder or here-ish, so that won't run flush. It doesn't matter, I'm not modding this. I'm going to clean a lot of stuff up carefully. Carefully, Ralph. That's what you need to do. Careful, Tech Ralph. Yeah. Yeah, it does appear that this sort of generation was kind of... And sorry, but I'm actually in awe with this actually working and being as good a condition as it is. It is very light cleaning on this. I could make this pristine very easily. I think the guy who sold this didn't realise what he got. This is like the Spectrum when I got off the guy who donated it. Obviously he didn't know what he was selling, and it was absolutely pristine. Everything works fine. They even sound like they've been oiled. That's really nice, and a solid switch on all four switches. Right, cleaning time and decision time. Winner. Forgive me, I'll be alright. I'll be back to normal in a few minutes. Now, with everything cleaned up, time for reassembly. Now, if I'd have realised what model of 2600 this was before I actually started this, I might have, yeah. It's one of the heavy sixes. Yeah, it's got the 6 switches on the front. But I didn't realise it was the classic, well, they call it the heavy sixer. But it's quite nice. They've actually still got this. There's still that smell to it. Even after cleaning, there's an old electrical sort of smell to this. So, reassembly. I have decided also, this is not going to get fully cleaned. We've still got markings on here for the original markings. The main one is the marking here with whoever, and I don't know what symbol this is. I've got this wrote down the best I can. Kind of bit looks like that. If anybody knows what that symbol is in Chinese or Mandarin or whatever it is, please comment below. I'd love to know if it's a name or if it's a number, if it's a phrase. I don't know. So, reassembly. I'll reattach that back on the back. It's nice attached. That's now stuck into place with the sellotape, so it looks exactly the same as what it should do. So that's all I'm going for. I'm not going for perfect, put a new piece of tape on there. No. This is going back as it should have done, just a lot cleaner. So I'll leave the case out for a second. Start off with a heavy block. And we slide this in, because the cartridge slot goes in that way. Cable's out. It's a little bit awkward, but nothing over the top awkward. It slides in place, down, done. It's happy. Contacts aren't touched by this block. Even if they are, it's just the earthen parts anyway. So we get 2 screws. They're either them ones or them ones, it doesn't really matter because they're exactly, should be exactly the same. So let's get these two in here. Good. Why does that not want to go in? Something ain't right there. Let's try a different screw, shall we? I don't want to go anywhere. What's wrong? Something ain't right there at all. Just try a little more torque. It's just the aluminium block underneath there. I just need to screw into it. It's almost there. A little tiny bit there. There we go. Oh, it's still... the screw's too long for it. Something's not right. What am I missing? There's a long thread into this, so why wouldn't it be those? It should be those, because those two are going through those holes there, through the bottom of the case. So why won't that go through there properly? Threads are the same, they're kind of a flattened off wood. Let's try. Torque off that. Good, there we go. So that's now re-threaded the block there with that one screw. Just retry again. Better. I don't know what the problem there was. That's on, done. Then we get this part here. Again, it's the same partner here with the metal. It would short out everything on here, except it's one of these raised sections here which go against either there and there, and possibly there. Well, there. I want to put the back end in first, make it easy for myself. Front end in. It just like kind of holds the top section of this down. Yeah, that side is fine, it's away from everything. That one's touching that part. So it's all earthed. Now I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws on this. Better. Uh-oh, don't tell me the screwdriver's running flat. It's going in, but it's kind of just missing the thread a little bit. So go backwards, so it knocks a couple of times, kind of gets onto the proper part of the thread, and then in you go, instead of it going through and potentially making a new thread. Nope, that's not right. Not bad. Okay, fine, that'll go. Screwdriver definitely needs a charge. I did a review on this quite a while ago. It's actually not too bad. It's really quite good. Now, that's there. There's got to be a hole in there looking for something. Yeah, if you look into there, there's a... you just see that. I think there's a line there. Yeah, for adjusting if it's ever needed. Right. See, I looked on the videos for this. Piece of cardboard on there. And with the NTSC version, you can tell this is made as an American version, and then this is the PAL modulator on top. But there's a switch on here, which goes to there, which I've seen on their version. There's no point putting a switch on there anyway, because you wouldn't switch a channel anyway. But the NTSC version does have a different modulator, which goes on directly onto the proper original board, and then there, with a switcher change between channels. Now what I need to do now is put these two long ones through the bottom. And this is what's the weird thing about this, is it's screwed in the wrong way. Or it's an afterthought. Very weird. There's a lot of this that's kind of we've forgotten to do this sort of thing. It has to have been. There you go. Hold that in place. Very nicely. Yeah, it's like we've forgotten to do this. Can we do this now? So one thing I'm left now with screws is that to go underneath there, which then holds up. Still crazy silly design. That can go in there now. I've got two screws going into here. Two screws go into here without falling off. Better? A lot better. That one's not in too good, to be honest. But that other one is fine, and the amount of action is absolutely perfectly fine. The plastic top part will hold everything down anyway. So what I need to do, and I think I've actually forgotten, is the coax. I think this should have gone in earlier. In, round, I can get away with it, I think. So let's get that underneath there. Pull out a bit further, I think. There she goes. Go on the outside, shall we? Yeah, we'll go on the outside there. You want to go on the outside there. It looks like it might fit. Looks like it won't fit. So we'll just go down in there instead. Between that, I've got something to push with. Yeah. Blunt spudger, that's perfect. The coax comes out the back. I think maybe it could do with being wrapped around that pin there. But it should be fine, so we'll leave that as is. I'd like for display purposes just to sort of put this inside and leave it, but I might want to use it. Last parts now, so in place well. These sponge parts are very nice clean. There's actually one of these that's been cut. I don't really want to lose it yet, so I'll put it on a switch that I'm never going to use. Probably the colour to black and white. I've not gone too much on restoration on this, because I could easily go over the top. And these switches aren't perfect, they are used. But I'm not going to go too much balming with it, and I don't want to. I don't want to kill this thing. Ah, that's doing exactly what I didn't want it to do. Exactly what I didn't want it to do, it's come off. So... actually, will that show? Let's do there. Yeah, that's going to show that way around. So, let's put that up. It's going to be on colour all the time anyway. One's in place. That's fine. That's fine. So I took that off to get that clean anyway. I didn't really realise it would come off. Shall I put it on before? Slides in and then in place. So that will just clip in place. It looks like same 4, 6 parts to tap into there. Yeah, I'm going to do that before I put that on there. Just need to be careful, I don't want to break any of these tabs off. try putting 3 in and then pushing the bottom in. Because I can just twist, manipulate a little bit to get that in place. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I'm so happy how this is going together. That bit goes in the front lip here. The power will make it easier for myself, Ralph. There we go. The reason why that doesn't? Probably. At the minute, I don't know. So let's put all these 6 screws back at the bottom. Let me turn the torque down. Yep. I don't think I'm going to reach that. Something's not lined up. Yeah, the board's not lined up inside. Oh, that one is. It was at an angle. Right, let's just push that one up. Goes. And there is the heavy sixer restored. All I need to do now is plug her in, see if she works, and if she doesn't, I have a problem. Okay, she's set up, ready to go. Now I'm not going to bend the camera around, put the camera over there so you can see it working. You can probably hear it as soon as I do this. Or, oh, I've turned the volume off on the telly. There we go. Or that. There you go. Alright, I'll show the telly. See, Asteroid is a really dark game, that's a bit of a problem. And the thrust forward still doesn't work on this level for no reason. There we go. All working, and I just got blown up again. But yeah, back together, heavy sixer. And that's going straight onto the shelf to display that one. It looks absolutely lovely now. It didn't look bad before, but now it looks even better. So, me. Go backwards, hyperspace. There you go. Now that's how you disassemble and reassemble a 2600 Heavy 6. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, please follow me on social media. Consider being a patron if you like. And I'll see you in another video. Or if you'd like to get something to donate to me, I can put your name at the front of the scroll as well as at Patreon. If not, I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.